This is Baby Brezza Formula Pro, and it's been such a lifesaver for us as first-time parents, especially for nighttime feedings. So let me go into some details here and tell you my tips and tricks and how this works, and also why we chose to buy it in the end. So first and foremost, nighttime feedings, every minute counts. And if you're trying to have a milk be in a certain temperature, if you're using premixed formula and it's in the fridge, you know, your night will go sideways. And that's what we experienced for the first month before we bought this. So Brezza, here is the water tank. Make sure that this thing is always filled up before you go to bed, because the water needs to come to a temperature. So if you're just refilling it with water at night, it'll make you wait a minute if you want it to be warm, or you'll have to have cold formula for your baby. That's the water temperature indicator, and you can select between multiple options. Now there are 3 buttons on each side, right and left. Let's start with the buttons on the left. There is an option here to dispense water only if at night you just want the water to be nice and warm, but you're mixing manually. The first button is the powder setting, and that's what you have to do when you buy your powder. Every powder has a different setting, so make sure to follow the instructions, and there is a numerical number that goes with it that'll go with the powder, and it'll mix it and dilute it in a certain way. I guess there's a patented way that this Brezza does it. Now, on the right, there are 3 buttons. Ounces will change the ounces that get dispensed, pretty self-explanatory. It doesn't have 1, but then it goes in even numbers until 10. Start, it dispenses the formula, and the final one will just turn it off. So when the formula gets dispensed, there is this funnel here. This will need to get cleaned every 3 dispenses. So if you're trying to do night feeding and you're still doing feedings every couple of hours, buy yourself an extra one. It's a lifesaver. You don't want to be washing this in the middle of the night, because then it's wet and it'll make your formula clumpy. So I actually purchased a separate one, so I had an extra one for when I needed it. And other than that, just follow those simple steps, fill up your water tank, and make sure you have an extra funnel, and you should be good to go. And of course, don't let the powder to be below the minimum line for nighttime feedings, and you should have a lovely smooth sailing through the night feeding your newborn.